Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Abhirami and I am here to discuss with you about today's topic, that is the contractility of a simple muscle. Okay, so today we will be discussing about the definition, types of contraction, simple muscle contraction, points in a simple muscle curve, periods in a simple muscle curve, and causes and variations in a simple muscle curve. Okay, so this is a simple muscle curve, and PS, PC, PMC and PMR are the points in the simple muscle curve, and the periods in the simple muscle curve are the LP, CP and the RP. Okay, so let's discuss about contractility in detail now. So what is the definition of contractility? Contractility means a muscle responding to a stimulus. Okay, and its definition is that it is an internal change of events in the muscle, and this either results in the change in the length or the tension of the muscle. Okay, so contractility is the internal events of a muscle resulting in the change of length or tension of the muscle. And there are two types of contraction. They include the isotonic contraction and the isometric contraction. So isotonic contraction is when the tension of the muscle remains the same but the length of the muscle is altered because of a stimulus. Okay, and isometric contraction is when the length of the muscle remains the same but the tension is altered. Okay, a simple flexion of the arm is an example for the isotonic contraction. Here the muscle fibers are shortened but the tension remains the same. But in an isometric contraction, the muscle fibers have the same length but the tension is changed. Okay, so tension of the muscle fibers is different. Example for that is pulling a heavy object, which causes our muscles to be stiff. Okay. Now let's talk about the next thing, that is the simple muscle contraction. So simple muscle contraction is also called a simple muscle twitch or simple muscle curve. Contractile property of the muscle is studied by using the gastrocnemius sciatic preparation from the frog. Okay, it is also called as muscle nerve preparation. So when the stimulus is applied to a muscle, then it contracts and then it relaxes. Okay, so these things are recorded graphically, and when it contracts, there is an upward deflection of the curve from the baseline, and when it relaxes, there is a downward deflection of the curve from the baseline. Okay, so because of the upward deflection over here, we can say that during this period the muscle is contracting, and because there is a downward deflection over here, we can say that this period is a relaxing period of the muscle. Okay, so this is the simple muscle curve, as I already told you, and there are four main points here. So what are the four main points? PS, PC, PMC and PMR. What are these? Okay, so PS is the point of stimulus, PC is the point of contraction. Okay, and PMC is the point of maximum contraction, and PMR is the point of maximum relaxation. Okay, so PS is the time when the stimulus is applied, PC is the time when the contraction of the muscle starts, and then PMC is the time when the muscle has reached the state of maximum contraction. PMR is the time when the muscle has reached the maximum relaxation. Okay, and there are three time periods that we have to note here. So the periods in the simple muscle curve include the CP, RP and the LP. Okay, so latent period, LP is the latent period. It is the period between the point of stimulus and the point of contraction. Okay, so it is the time that the muscle takes to respond to a stimulus. Okay, during the latent period, the muscle does not show any mechanical activity. Okay, the next thing is the CP, that is the contraction period, and then the relaxation period. Okay, so now let's talk about the contraction period. So during the contraction period, the muscle contracts, and the contraction period is present between the point of contraction and the point of maximum contraction. And as you can see, during the contraction period, there is upward deflection of the curve. So this confirms that the muscle is in contraction. And during relaxation, so relaxation period is when the muscle relaxes, and this period is between the point of maximum contraction and between the point of maximum relaxation. Okay, so this is the downward deflection of the curve. So we can say that during relaxation period the muscle is relaxing. So now let's talk about the duration it takes for each of the latent period, contraction period and relaxation period. So latent period takes about 0.01 second, and then the contraction period takes about 0.04 seconds, and the relaxation period takes about 0.05 seconds. Okay, so totally it takes about 0.1 second for a normal skeletal muscle to contract and relax. After a normal skeletal muscle receives a stimulus, it takes about 0.1 second for the muscle to contract and then relax. Okay, so yeah, that is about the periods in the simple muscle curve. Now let's talk about the causes and variations in a simple muscle curve. So what are the causes of the latent period? Why is there a time gap between the point of contraction and the point of stimulation? So the reasons are that the nerve impulse takes some time to travel from the point of stimulation to the muscle. So that time taken adds to the latent period, and also at the neuromuscular changes there may be delay. So that is also added to the latent period, and there might be a delay in the muscle because of the onset of the chemical reactions at the initial stage. So that adds to the latent period, and also the latent period is present because of the viscosity of the muscle. So the nerve impulses take some time to travel, and also because of the viscosity of the muscle, the latent period gets bigger. And lastly, the recording instrument, it may have some inertia, and that may add to the latent period. Okay, so there are 5 reasons why the latent period is present. So these are that the nerve impulse takes some time to travel, and there may be a delay at the neuromuscular junction, and there may be a delay in the onset of the chemical reactions at the initial stage, and then it may be because of the viscosity of the muscle and because of the inertia of the instruments. Okay, so now let's talk about the variations of the latent period in the simple muscle curve. Why is the latent period not the same in each and every muscle that we encounter? It is not the same because it decreases with high temperature and it increases with low temperature. It also increases with fatigue and increase in weight. Okay, so it increases with the fatigue and increase in weight, and decreases with low temperature, and it is not constant even in the physiological conditions. Okay, so what does it mean when I say the latent period is increasing? So when the latent period is increasing, what happens is the time between the point of stimulation and point of contraction gets larger. So when it gets larger, the muscle take more time to respond to the stimulus. So when this happens, you are not reactive enough as you were before. Okay, so the increase of the latent period means you're decreasing in health. Okay, so latent period gets increased when there is a fatigue, or when there is an increase in weight, or when the temperature is low, and the latent period gets decreased when there is an increase in temperature. Okay, so that's all about today's topic. Thank you for listening to me. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe and comment on it. And if you have doubts, you can put it down in the comments too. And if you have doubts in bones of the upper limb, you can visit my previous videos. So thank you.